Welcome to Naturally Inspired Radio, where we expose what's broken in the healthcare system, connect you to real health solutions, and inspire you to take back control of your life. We want to help you feel empowered, informed, and free to live naturally without fear, confusion, or dependency. Download our latest book on real solutions for health at naturallyinspiredradio.com. Naturally Inspired Radio is a nationally syndicated show broadcast on over 100 radio stations, online platforms, video channels, and podcast feeds. Follow us on your favorite platform today, hit that like button, leave a comment, and engage in our special live stream chats, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com to learn more, register for our weekly giveaway, and explore past episodes. You can also connect directly with Tammy, follow her on all major social media platforms, and discover more about our featured guests and trusted radio partners. Are you looking for better health? Work with Tammy today and take the first step toward a healthier, more empowered lifestyle. Schedule your complimentary 30-minute lifestyle assessment to explore personalized guidance on nutrition, movement, toxin-free living, and natural beauty without pharma. Get started now and discover Tammy's preferred health products at naturallyinspiredstore.com or text Tammy directly 720-303-8868. Love the show and want to support the movement? Head over to naturallyinspiredradio.com and click on the support tab. There you'll find all the ways you can get involved. Join our Naturally Inspired community, become a preferred customer, attend one of our amazing live events, get your backstage pass for exclusive access, and connect to all things naturally inspired. Thank you for tuning in today. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time? Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturallyinspiredradio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturallyinspiredradio.com/collagen.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
The information and other content provided on this radio show or in any linked materials is provided for informational purposes only, not intended and should not be construed as medical advice. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.
Welcome, everybody. It is Monday again. I tell you, that little ditty is catching on with me. Is it catching on with you? I'm kind of like, it's kind of sticking in my head a little bit. I still feel like I should be clapping along with it, like a little background singer or something. It's quite the jam. Anyway, I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I got a lot done. Let me tell you, I peeled and cored and cut, I would say about 22 pounds of pears this weekend. So that's cool. Obviously, you can't freeze pears. So, we were eating them. Well, mostly my son was eating them, but we were trying to get through them. And I thought, oh my gosh, these things are turning. They're getting too ripe. I got to do something with them. So I looked it up and I thought, I am going to make pear butter. You've heard of apple butter? Because I just, I was looking for solutions. What am I going to do with this? I do not want this to go to waste. And I don't have the time to can them this year. I will be doing some apples and other things. And so, the pears, I just thought, I don't know, what can I do with them right now? So I'm going to make a pear butter. So that'll be good. I think it'll be good. And I'll probably pop them into some little turnovers or something like that. And then I can probably get away with freezing the turnovers so I can have them to pull like on special mornings and stuff like that. Anyway, so that's a whole project in itself. I was working on that this weekend, but I wanted to share with you just, I say this all the time, how nature is just such a good example of living life. It always mirrors how we should be living and our values and what we should be paying attention to. So I wanted to share this. Look at this beautiful little pear off my tree. I just had a moment, of getting, just having gratitude because I can remember, I think it's been 6 years, maybe 7 years probably since we planted this little micro orchard is what I call it. It's a micro orchard. We've got a couple cherry trees. We've got a couple peach trees. We've got a couple pear trees and we've got a couple apple trees. And I call it my little micro orchard. And the first year, she gave me like one pear, and don't get me wrong. I was so happy, because she was just a little stick in the ground and she gave me one pear. And then the second year, I think I got 10 pears. And then the third year, it just kind of grew and grew. And so I have such gratitude for this year. Got like a couple bushels full of pears this year. And that just goes to show you, when you take care of something, and you're mindful of it and you give it space, like I'm not taking care of this pear tree every day. I'm just saying a little hello sometimes, I'm letting the birds do their thing. I got some bees here on the homestead. I'm giving her some water, I'm giving her space. I'm pruning her back from time to time. And then I just get this beautiful reward. And so it just, I just like to reflect on that sometimes because I think we have lost so much of this, with the instant gratification world, the IG world. It's just so annoying sometimes. And I was just kind of, taking a moment to reflect on how grateful I am for my pear trees and for my apple trees. I've got a ton of apples this year too, and just a handful of peaches. My peach trees, they just, it's northern Colorado, I guess. I should have probably looked into that more before I planted peach trees. But I believe it was one of Jason's cousins that doesn't live too far from us, who got a ton of peach trees when I first married, or a ton of peaches off their peach tree when I first married Jason. So I think I just thought, I think peaches do well here. And I've only ever gotten like a couple of peaches, but I'm still grateful because they're super beautiful and they're just getting ready to turn right now. So I may get maybe 6 or 8 peaches off my 2 peach trees. I don't know. If you have tips on peach trees in northern Colorado, let me know because I'll implement them. I'd love to have a ton of peaches every year. I've got a great show for you today. I'm telling you, I'm going to get worked up over this stuff, though. I'll tell you. I'm going to be really worked up about this. I thought it was a joke. I thought maybe, oh, yeah, okay, whatever. But no, China has found a way to make babies in a robot womb. Yes, indeed. So we're going to talk about that. There's some different point of view I want to bring up that I think people aren't discussing, which is like we got a few different races here in the transhumanism race. So we'll explore those. And then, last week we covered drinking. Remember how I told you that drinking is down? And although, I'm your health girl and all of that, I'm happy that people aren't drinking as much because we know it's not great for your health. However, there's a caveat to it, which I wanted to point out, which was that what does that mean socially? Well, just so happens, what a coinky dink, CNN ran a report on this. And so, of course, I've got some comments that I want to share with you. And then Jenny McCarthy. Good Lord. I love this woman. I really do. I feel like I want to protect her. I feel like I want to fight for her. I feel like everybody owes her an apology. And so I want to share with you just her appearance on a podcast recently. She's just, she really deserves an award in my opinion. And then the flu shot is going mobile and self-serve. You can get your flu shot sent to your house in a nice little box and you can spray it up your nose yourself. We're going to talk about that and what that means. Our health topic today is 7 strategies to maintain energy all day. A lot of you really struggling with energy and fatigue. So we're going to address that. And of course, we'll have our naturally inspired moment as well. So let's get started on these China robot babies, or I should say, Chinese woman robot. Is it even a woman robot? It's a robot that's having a baby. Look at this photo. It's insane. What is happening? I thought this was a joke. I mean, I'm pretty sure that obviously the graphic, maybe, I don't know. Pinch me. Are we here? Are we real? Is this real? I don't know. But certainly the concept is real because I vetted it. And lo and behold, there are several publications carrying this story that China has invented a pregnancy robot. And this thing is set to give birth by 2026. This is the pod, people. This is the pod. Now, if you remember back to these movies like The Matrix and all these scientific movies, they covered this kind of stuff in those movies, right? They're just movies. Of course, they're just movies. That would never happen. Yet somehow, here we are. What does this mean? Like my brain kind of explodes at this, right? Like I have so many thoughts and emotions about this. I think the first thing that came to my mind, well, first of all, like, I just feel like it's blasphemous, right? Like, hey, God, you don't really know what you're doing. We're going to go ahead and invent our own robot that makes babies. That was probably my first thought. And then my second thought was like, how is this not misogynistic? How is this not incredibly disrespectful? I don't know, like what the word is, but like it's replacing women. And the audacity of thinking that a tech bro can actually develop, or girl, tech girl, whatever, can develop a robot that grows a human and that nothing will go wrong is insulting to me. I'm offended. I'm offended that you think that all there is to growing a life inside your body is the mechanical, biological aspect of it. Yeah, I'm offended. And I'll tell you why I'm even more offended. Because at the same time, all over, there replacing women. And you know me, I'm not the feminazi here. That's not me. That's not me. But goodness, stay tuned. I'll tell you more. This is Naturally Inspired Radio.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time? Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturallyinspiredradio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturallyinspiredradio.com/collagen. Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, sow health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
Welcome back. Did you know you can find us on your favorite platform, live streaming? Catch our show on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, Odyssey, Twitch, DLive, Kick, and more. Of course, podcast is available on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, iHeart, SoundCloud, all your major platforms. And then we're on social too, even though, you know, it's a little sensory on there. But anyway, we're on there at Facebook, Instagram, X, Getter, Gab, and others. All you got to do is search Tammy Cuthbert Garcia or Naturally Inspired Radio, and we're everywhere you are. But I will mention too that Jason and I are going to be doing Twitter Spaces coming up this Sunday. So you're going to really enjoy this. I mean, you want to learn some stuff. Come and meet Mr. Garcia. Come and meet Jason Garcia, because he will blow your mind. That's for sure. So that's 7 p.m. Mountain Time this coming Sunday. Twitter Spaces. And you can find me again at Tammy Cuthbert Garcia or Naturally Inspired Radio on X, Twitter, formerly known as Twitter. But it's really going to be fun. I just think it's going to be an open forum to again connect with you and share some time together so we all don't go crazy, It's so good to connect with people, who are of like minds and understand what the heck is going on, and we can keep each other sane. So come out on Sunday night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and join us and our friends on X, formerly known as Twitter, of course. Okay, so I left off before the break there talking about these robot baby making machines. And I was telling you, I'm not the big feminist type of person, I believe that men and women are equal and equally as powerful, different, powerful in different ways. And when done right, it's quite a team. When you can fill your role as a woman and you fill your role as a man, imagine that you come together and you can build something together just absolutely miraculous, a family, right? And so many other things. So that's my stance on that. When I say they, I'm talking about the cult. I'm talking about the agenda. I'm talking about, this agenda to change the world the way we know it, which is, essentially it's eugenics. When you really boil it down, it's all about eugenics because it's about creating these perfect little beings, right? That fall in line into the perfect little system, and nothing's ever askew and nothing's ever wrong because you can't, And I just think, man, what a freaking boring world. If they get their way, this is going to be. You don't have to set aside time, woman, to have a baby. We can just make these babies in a robot womb. So no productivity is ever missed. You can have a career. You can have it all. Don't worry. You don't have to give up your fantastic body for a baby. You can have your robot have your baby. Absolutely bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. So at the same time, we have robots being made that can, carry babies. We also have, cheerleaders in the NFL that are trans. Well, they're men. I never get that right. I can't play all of the semantics around like, boy, girl, whatever. Like they're men. They're men. And they're dressed like women, and they're cheerleading. And so do you know how hard it is to get into the NFL as a cheerleader? People may think, oh, they're just good-looking chicks that, work out and look good and stuff like that. No. That's like one little part of it. You have to go through grueling auditions. You have to be physically fit in a way that's almost unsustainable. But they do it. You are up at the crack of dawn to get all that hair and makeup done. You have to go out and be on for the team. You have to know football. You have to know the plays. You have to know football. You have to be an agent of sorts, a representative of the NFL organization. This is not a mindless type of position. This takes real work and skill. And many women use it as a catapult into another career in communications or, in promotions or even they're starting their own business. It's a way that a young, beautiful, fit, hardworking woman can make a mark for herself and can build something for herself long term. And what they've done in the NFL now is they've caved to the woke mob, and they're giving these positions away to men. Men, not women. They're not girls. She ain't she. It's a he. And so I don't know why they're doing this. Like, is it just to get eyes on their organization? I don't know. But it just kills me. It just kills me that these women who are like, women's rights, my body, my choice, la, la, la. It's all about women. You know nothing if you are doing that. You know nothing. The whole my body, my choice thing has a gazillion-dollar industry behind it. It's about money. It has nothing to do with your body or if you get your rights. Clearly, because they didn't give a damn about your rights when they were telling you to inject a novel technology into your body while pregnant. Like, wake up. Holy crap. So, you can fight for your rights or whatever. Oh, if you are a woman supporting the fact two positions were taken by men in the NFL. At the same time here, okay, it doesn't even make sense. You can't even make sense about these people's arguments, okay? So at the same time, you have the WNBA, God bless them, that's terrible to watch. I mean, it just is. I've seen better middle school basketball games. I'm sorry, girls, but it's true, right? I mean, it's just, I'm sorry. I just don't dig it. Maybe there are people that do, but not enough. Not enough. Right? Because the WNBA does not bring in the kind of revenue that the NBA does. I'm sorry. I wish it did. But it doesn't. You're not as good to watch. Period. I'm sorry. I wish it weren't that way for you, but these are the rules of the world. Okay? So at the same time, we have the WNBA protesting and saying, women's rights, we want equal pay. Well, you don't bring in the equal monies for what you do. I'm sorry. There are women's sports that do, like MMA, women's MMA fights. They do fantastic. People love watching that. I don't know why people don't like watching WNBA. It's not personal. It's just how it is. And in any other business, we all got to deal with the marketplace that we're dealing with. So on one hand, they want free money in the WNBA because women's rights, and at the same token, they're giving away women's positions in cheerleading at the NFL. You're not for women. You're not for women. You are for your agenda, which at this point, I don't even think you guys know what it is because it's so weird. It's like, I'm for this, but also not for that. And it just doesn't make any sense. It only makes sense if you understand the cult agenda. And the cult agenda is to make more money as they plug people in to the system to get them to what they want them to do. And what they want them to do right now is all about the Great Reset, right? It's all about the finish line, getting people to the finish line where artificial intelligence and transhumanism and controlling every little facet so that you buy, consume all the way from birth to death. Unless, of course, they solve death. And then they'll keep you alive so that you can keep buying their stuff. Oh my gosh. How do you not see it? I don't know. I certainly do. Stay tuned, everybody. This is Naturally Inspired Radio. I'm Tammy Cuthbert Garcia, and we will be right back.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time. Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturalinspiredраdio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, sow health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturalinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturalinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturalinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturalinspiredradio.com.
I didn't expect people to comment on my skin, but since starting Vivix, that's our cellular reset, I've been asked if I changed my skincare routine. It's the inside out effect for me that I love so much. That's from Jeannie in New Mexico. Jeannie, thanks so much for sending that in to me. If you are on the cellular reset and you're getting these kinds of results, I want to hear about it. Please text me. It doesn't have to be, professional, written. It just like tell me what you think. It doesn't have to be all polished and whatever. I don't care. Just tell me what you think. 720-303-8868. Text it over to me. I'd love to be able to share it here on air because I know many people are getting fantastic results. And I want to encourage other people to take a risk and come into the Naturally Inspired community. Because it's not just about buying vitamins here. It's not just about buying supplements. Sure, we want good products. We want clean products. We want things that work and that are good tools for our health. No. This is about a community, an ongoing community that supports you in your optimum health journey. That's what this is about. Somewhere where you can actually, rely on, have loyalty with, have a relationship with. That's Naturally Inspired because that is how we change the culture of health in the country. We build relationships through this. And when everybody gets better results with their health, that's real change. So go to naturalinspiredstore.com today. Purchase yourself some Cellular Reset. Come on in to the Naturally Inspired community. You'll get your whoa in the morning That's my words of encouragement. So many of you get that now and appreciate it. And I appreciate your encouragement back to me. This is a little thing that we do here at the Naturally Inspired community. So if you want to know more about it, text me 720-303-8868. Okay, back to the robot babies thing. So check this out, because this is what I started thinking about. It's like, oh my gosh, this is like more than one road to transhumanism. First of all, I just got to say, like, the thought of my daughter never experiencing pregnancy, motherhood, the whole process of what it's like to be a mom, I can't even think about it. I can't even think about that this would transition into a way of life where women don't give birth anymore. It's the biggest gift of your life. Like it's a miracle. And I can't imagine, that she wouldn't get that opportunity. So I don't even want to think about that. That just completely freaks me out. But then look at this perspective as well. There are more roads to transhumanism than we are thinking. This is one of them, right? Because what kind of genes is this pod baby going to be on? Who's nourishing this pod baby? You know what I'm saying? Again, it goes back to eugenics, right? Controlling that birth. But here's another way. I have a clip for you from Elon. This is several years ago. This is not new. This is an interview off of Axios, I believe, and on HBO that aired 6-7 years ago. So Elon's been carrying this around for a long time, knowing that this was where this was going. Take a listen and a watch.
You're a neuroscience company, and you're working to build basically an interface to the brain.
Yeah. Electrode to neuron interface at a micro level.
Okay, what is it? Like, I'm gonna have like a plug in my head that's gonna fit into a hard drive? Like, or how does that work?
Yeah. A chip and a bunch of tiny wires.
This would be implanted surgically. And it would do what? Could you input? Could you download Jim?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What
The long-term aspiration for Neuralink would be to achieve a symbiosis with artificial intelligence, and to achieve a sort of democratization of intelligence, such that it is not monopolistically held in a purely digital form by governments and large corporations.
Basically, an effort for man to merge with machine in a healthy way.
Yes.
To beat machines, you basically have to merge with machines.
Most likely, yes. Essentially, how do we ensure that the future constitutes the sum of the will of humanity? And so if we have billions of people with a high bandwidth link to the AI extension of themselves, it would actually make everyone hyper smart.
Make it stop. Make it stop. So essentially what Elon is saying here, which is, I think Tucker Carlson pointed it out a few months ago, and I've talked about it at length for years now, is that it's their point of view, like someone like Elon's point of view is like, we can't not merge with machine because we're looking at complete and utter slavery if we don't. If the average person doesn't have access to, compute AI in their being, then we're going to be enslaved by whoever gets to the finish line first, right? Whatever country, whatever power, whether we're still in politics or if it's a technocracy by then, who knows what it's going to look like, but we're going to be in service to it because we are just not going to be able to compete with the level of thinking and intellect that these entities are going to have. It's a lot. But that's what they believe has to happen in order for us to even function at the same level as a machine. So that's weird, right? We're talking about transhumanism from that point of view, where it's implants. And then it got me thinking to the Maha movement, right? The Maha movement, the Casey and Callie means, the, Bobby Kennedy stuff that we're hearing, and I think, oh, maybe they're thinking that the wearables will somehow be an alternative for some people to not go full robot. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that kind of data, that kind of biological tracking and surveillance or something will keep us on the playing field. I'm just spitballing here, but do you understand this? This is it's a science fiction movie, but it's very real. This is not maybe someday in, the year 3022. No, we're close to this. Super close. People already have Neuralink, and people like Ray Kurzweil and these other, Larry Ellison from Oracle, Eric Schmidt, Lord knows what they're trialing, uploading your consciousness and all that stuff. Lord only knows how far ahead they really are. So again, I would say there's many roads here to transhumanism. There's robot babies, where they're basically, mixing up a gene cocktail and having a robot have your baby and incubate your baby. That's transhumanism, because that ain't human. And then we've got, the whole implant thing, where perhaps you have an implant or even maybe a frequency that essentially, you are hooked up to the Borg, the bigger cloud, where you think your light's on and you think about, this or that, and it just you're able to make it happen. Or there's maybe these wearables or something. I'm not entirely sure, but I think we should be having a discussion about it, don't you? Because the social ripples of this, the world is not going to look like the world has looked until now. If all this just goes into play, it's going to look very, very different. And I don't think anybody's prepared for that. I mean, it's one of these moments in history where it's hard to even understand the fallout for this kind of change, because it's never happened before. It ain't your industrial revolution, where everybody has to move into town and starts working in factories. It's a little different than that. It's just a little different than that, We don't even know what we're messing with here. We don't know how consciousness works. We don't know why we have it. We don't even know its full capability. And yet, we're augmenting it in this way. I just think it's sad. I think it's sad. Stay tuned. This is Naturally Inspired Radio. I'm Tammy Cuthbert Garcia. I am so glad you're here. We'll be right back.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time? Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturallyinspiredradio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturallyinspiredradio.com/collagen. Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, cell health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great-tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturallyinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
I don't know how she knew, but Tammy figured out that what I was eating was the root cause of my health problems. So many times it is, you guys. I followed her guidance, made the adjustments, and now I feel better than I have in years. That's from one of the people in our community, James. Sometimes you just need an outside perspective. It can be so overwhelming out there, with all the health information, and somebody's telling you this, another person's telling you that, and it can be overwhelming. The truth is, you know best. You really do. You just need to kind of silence the noise and keep it simple. Start simple, start with your food and then get in a community that supports you along your optimum health journey. That's what so many people have done, and they're getting great results. So go to naturallyinspiredstore.com today. I do a 30-minute free assessment. We'll get, talk about your food, talk about how you're moving your body, talk about all that stuff, and get you on the right track with support. naturallyinspiredstore.com. Book your 30-minute free assessment today. Okay, for today's Naturally Inspired moment, this is a good one. I want you to discover your unique strengths. This is so important because, our minds are conditioned to focus on what we don't do well. And that starts in school. I really believe that starts in school. The way school is set up, it doesn't work with your strengths. Very, very, very few kids that go through the school system come out of school thinking, I know my strengths. No, you end up knowing what you suck at, right? Because they're like, you're not good at math. Oh, you're more of a science person. Oh, you're better at English. Or, they're always telling you what you're not good at and trying to get you better at what you're not good at. Well, that has value. I tend to think it's better to focus on your strengths and just really blow up your strengths. And then, you build relationships with people around you that help fill in your gaps. I think that's the way we're meant to live. Blow up our strengths, and then we work within a support system a win-win support system that helps fill in the stuff that we're maybe not that great at. And it's totally okay. So we all carry different gifts that set us apart, but often we overlook them. And so here today, I want to talk about 5 ways to begin identifying your unique strengths today. Number 1, notice what feels natural. The things you do with ease that others find difficult are often your hidden talents. So pay attention to where effort feels effortless. And you all have them. We all do, right? I mean, I loved watching my kids grow up, but they were so different. You know, my daughter, totally different than my son, but they both had these wonderful strengths. And the world's tough, you know, and people tear you down and people tell you things, you know, that are mean. And sometimes they don't even know that they're being mean. You know, it's like the world's a tough place, but you should always have someone to come back to remind you of your strengths. And that's what I tell my kids all the time. If you ever feel lost and you forget who you are or what you're good at, I know everything. I've watched you since you started walking. I know exactly what you're good at. And so everybody's good at something. You know, some things just come effortlessly to you. And I know you have something like that. We all do. Number 2, track your energy. Strengths give energy rather than drain it. Okay, so when you feel most alive and in what we call your flow state, you've likely tapped into a natural ability. Your flow state, like when I'm doing this show, I can't believe it's 2 hours. Clearly, I'm a talker. You know, I like to talk, but it goes by so fast because I love giving this information and I feel like I'm doing something productive and I feel like I'm contributing to you. And so the time goes by totally fast. That's, you know, a flow state. Some people it's writing. Same kind of thing happens to me when I'm writing. Other people it's music. Sometimes it's art. Sometimes it's just like building stuff. You know, building stuff, putting stuff together, the feeling of satisfaction of like fixing a problem. It doesn't have to be art. I think we focus on that too much when it comes to flow state. Like, oh, I'm not an artist, so I must not know what flow state is. No, you can be digging ditches and feel like you're in your flow state because you're working your body and maybe you're getting some work done. You know, and you're doing something meaningful, like you're building the infrastructure of the world that we need. Takes men to do that. And so you may find yourself in your flow state when you're doing something like that, when you're contributing to society by building the very infrastructure that we rely on to function. Maybe you drive trucks, same thing. You're hauling food around, you're hauling necessities around so that society can function. And maybe you enjoy that. It doesn't have to be art. I just want to make that point, you know. I certainly wouldn't be able to drive a massive truck. I get so nervous, even like when I drive Jay's truck. I don't mind driving Jay's truck, but still, like, it's not my thing. I'd rather be in a smaller vehicle. I don't know. Maybe it's just a girl thing. But anyhow, pay attention, you know, pay attention to that. Listen to feedback. This is so important. I'm telling you, over the years, you go back all the way to kindergarten, somebody has told you something that lines up in the same way your whole life. Right? So listen to that feedback. People will tell you what you're good at. People around you often see gifts that you take for granted. You don't think they're anything big. When you hear you're so good at that, pause and take it seriously. Because they're not telling you that for their health, right? They're telling you that because it probably isn't a strength for them and they can't believe that you can do that. Seriously. And if you look back on it, you'll probably see that multiple people have told you that before. You know? Something like, man, you're really good under pressure. I could have never have done that. Like, you're really good under pressure. Has someone told you that before? That's a strength. So think about that. Number 4, reflect on challenges that you've already overcome. Strength is forged in adversity. So the skills you leaned on to navigate hard seasons, those might be your greatest assets as well. So if you think back to some of the crappy times, those painful, what do they call them? Night of the soul. The night of the soul moments where you just feel like, oh my God, how long is this going to go on? Whether it's financial or, you're dealing with a strained relationship or a marriage, or we all go through these dark nights of the soul through the years, right? And you just feel like they're going to last forever, but they don't, because nothing lasts forever. And so think about how you got through those things, because those are your greatest learning times, right? What did you get out of that? Maybe you overcame an addiction. There's so many dark nights of the soul that we all have an individual one, it seems like, as well. So think about those ones and think about what skills you use to get through them. How'd you get through that? Do you ever have people tell you that? Like, man, I can't believe the crap you've been through. How'd you get through that? Well, you just do it, don't you? You just do it somehow. But that's a strength. And you got to give yourself credit for it. Align with your passions. So what lights you up points the way. Strength grow fastest when paired with genuine interest and curiosity. So what excites you? Like, what are you interested in? And that's the light that leads the way. I also firmly believe that sometimes your biggest pains become your biggest passions, and that they were set in front of you for a reason. They were purposefully set in front of you for a reason, because you're the only one that can impact that issue in the way that a lot of people need to be impacted by it. So sometimes your biggest pain can be your biggest purpose. Maybe it feels like absolute catastrophe, in that you won't make it out of it, but somehow you do make it out of it. And that is what ends up being your purpose in life. You help other people through that very same pain. Or maybe you're just a living example of how to get through something very painful. Your strengths aren't random. They're the very tools you were given to make your unique contribution in this world. You're listening to Naturally Inspired Radio. I'm Tammy Cuthbert Garcia. I am so glad you're here today. We'll be back with Hour 2. Got lots of news for you. You're not going to want to miss it.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio. Save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturallyinspiredradio.com.
Nearly 40% of Americans struggle with a $400 emergency expense. An extra $300 a month can be the difference between stability and financial stress.
Are you feeling the pinch of rising expenses? Imagine what an extra $300, $500, or even $1,000 a month can do for you. Introducing a simple 3-step system designed to help you create a steady income without the overwhelm. Step 1, follow our easy-to-use plan. Step 2, take small, consistent actions. Step 3, stay motivated with weekly coaching designed to keep you on track and moving forward. Whether you're saving for a family vacation, paying down debt, or just looking for breathing room, this system is for you. You don't need special skills, just the desire to make change. Join a growing community of success stories today. Visit simpleincome.info or text 720-764-7448.
Welcome to Naturally Inspired Radio, where we expose what's broken in the healthcare system, connect you to real health solutions, and inspire you to take back control of your life. We want to help you feel empowered, informed, and free to live naturally without fear, confusion, or dependency. Download our latest book on real solutions for health at naturallyinspiredradio.com. Naturally Inspired Radio is a nationally syndicated show broadcast on over 100 radio stations, online platforms, video channels, and podcast feeds. Follow us on your favorite platform today, hit that like button, leave a comment, and engage in our special live stream chats, Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com to learn more, register for our weekly giveaway, and explore past episodes. You can also connect directly with Tammy, follow her on all major social media platforms, and discover more about our featured guests and trusted radio partners. Are you looking for better health? Work with Tammy today and take the first step toward a healthier, more empowered lifestyle. Schedule your complimentary 30-minute lifestyle assessment to explore personalized guidance on nutrition, movement, toxin-free living, and natural beauty without pharma. Get started now and discover Tammy's preferred health products at naturallyinspiredstore.com or text Tammy directly 720-303-8868. Love the show and want to support the movement? Head over to naturallyinspiredradio.com and click on the support tab. There you'll find all the ways you can get involved. Join our Naturally Inspired community, become a preferred customer, attend one of our amazing live events, get your backstage pass for exclusive access, and connect to all things naturally inspired. Thank you for tuning in today. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time? Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturallyinspiredradio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturallyinspiredradio.com/collagen.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio. Save it to your favorites and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. NaturallyInspiredRadio.com.
The information and other content provided on this radio show or in any linked materials is provided for informational purposes only, not intended and should not be construed as medical advice. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.
Welcome back. This is the second hour of Naturally Inspired Radio. Did you know that we give away free product here every single week? I want to make sure you know that, and that you can enter every week to win. I think it's almost $100 worth of product. I think we give away every single week. Yep, all you got to do is enter to win. Last Friday, Althea was our winner, so I'm sure she'll be getting her package in the mail really soon if she hasn't already gotten it already. So make sure you enter. Oh, it was Kimberly last week. Thank you, Jason. Was Althea the week before? I don't know why I thought that. But yeah, it was Kimberly. You're right. It was Kimberly. So Kimberly hasn't responded yet. So make sure, Kimberly, I hope you hear this. It was Hansen, wasn't it? Kimberly Hansen. Does that sound right? I think it was. But if you are Kimberly, yes, it was Kimberly Hansen. So if you are Kimberly Hansen, make sure you reach out to us because we have a free product to send you. We just got to confirm your address. Make sure it's right. We like to do that before we send it out. So make sure that you get in touch with us. Kimberly Hansen, you are the winner of last week's product. I want to thank everybody in the chat. You keep Jason alive and hopping over there on the chat. So thank you for engaging and dropping your comments and telling us what you think and feel about things. Makes us feel a little less crazy in this crazy, crazy world. And I also want to thank a couple new customers this morning. William and Kevin, welcome to the Naturally Inspired community. We are so glad you're here. If you want to become part of the Naturally Inspired community, just head on over to naturallyinspiredstore.com and check out the cellular reset, or maybe some of the low molecular weight collagen, or maybe you just want to switch your vitamins over, Again, there's many ways that you can get into the community. If you need help, just text me 720-303-8868. Let's get in. I also want to tell you about my favorite detox. I want to tell you about my friend Bob Greska. Bob Greska's C60. This is a great way to always be detoxing. That's what I say, ABD, because it's carbon. It's Greska's Carbon 60. So it's all natural. It helps carry out impurities and toxicity that you may be exposed to each and every day, which we all are. Because C60 is a pure, powerful carbon molecule that helps remove those toxins, supports healthy cells, and keeps you feeling your best. You can order at c60.com. That's c60.com. Or you can call Bob direct or Sam, 720-600-6040. And don't forget, if you're ordering online, to use promo code Tammy for a special discount. Or if you're calling, just tell them Tammy sent you. They'll know what you're talking about, so you can get the best possible deal on your Greska's C60. A great way to detox daily. Okay, let's get into some news because it's crazy, as you might have guessed. So last week, okay, and hear me out. Last week we talked about drinking. Right? And it's like, everyone's like, yay, drinking is down. And I'm like, yeah, cool, drinking's down. But also, like, what else does that mean? Well, check this out, because this is from a piece on CNN. Take a listen and a watch.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness gracious, this is a huge decline. Americans who drink alcohol, we are looking at the lowest level since the 1930s. What are we talking about? Just 54% on occasion Americans say that they drink alcohol. That's down from 4 points last year. That's down from 62% in 2023. And it is way down from the record high the last year that happened when it was 71% back in 1978. This record low is being driven by younger folks and Republicans as well, as they increasingly view the idea of drinking as an unhealthy habit.
The poll also asked about smoking. What did that show?
Yeah, same exact idea. It turns out we're giving up our vices a little bit. What are we talking about? Smoked a cigarette in the last week. Look at this. In 2025, just 11%. A decade ago, it was 19%. 2 decades ago, 25%. You look back 1974, about 50 years ago, it was 40%. What is that? That's 1/4 the level. My goodness gracious. And again, younger folks are the ones who are saying that they are smoking less, and even when you combine in e-cigarettes, we're still looking at considerably lower levels than we have in past decades.
And people watching are also going to see this tab. And you're saying that people are giving up vices, and you think sex is a vice?
I'm not saying that sex is a vice. According to some people, perhaps it's a vice. It is not a vice according to the Harry Enton school of thought. But bow chickie wow wow going down. What are we talking about? No sex at all in the last year as Kate's off on the side laughing it up.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not laughing.
She's doing something.
Sure.
She's not even sure.
I'm blushing under all of this makeup.
She's blushing. There we go. In the 1990s, among all adults, no sex at all in the last year was 18%. In 2024, look at that. No sex at all. Up again 10 points. Look at here. Those 18 to 21, look at that. 24% in the 1990s. It's the younger folks who are getting up sex. Look at that percentage. Doubled no sex in the last year. Maybe they do need a little bit of alcohol. Maybe those two are related.
I have so many things I could say, and I'm going to keep my job today. Jessica.
So, they're spinning this, and believe me, it's spun, because they're spinning this like this is a health concern. That the reason why people aren't drinking as much anymore is all about health. Okay. Smoking, I believe, is about health. I do believe that's about health because, they've been on an active campaign to convert everybody over to vaping, which he notes there, e-cigarettes and vaping is not included in that, right? That's like cigarette tobacco use. Less people are smoking, but let me tell you, Gen Z, they're all about the vape. They're all about the vape. So it doesn't include vaping. And then the third most alarming thing, I think, is the sex thing. They're painting this like, we're giving up our vices. This is a good thing. And I'm thinking, you know what? This is worrisome. And let me tell you why. Because I think Americans are becoming botified. They're getting turned into bots because their consciousness is now through the portal, right? Everything happens through the portal. And guess what? You aren't drinking and going out and having fun with your friends through the portal. You aren't smoking cigarettes through the portal. And you're not having real human sex through the portal. But you're getting those needs met in a different way, aren't you? You're essentially living virtually. And so I don't think it's because everybody all of a sudden, because young people don't care much about their health. They do to a certain extent when it comes to the aesthetics, they want to look good because they're in attraction mode. That's biology. Right? But for the most part, unless you've got some kind of, disorder about the way you think, if you're full of fear or, you're hypochondriac or you know what I'm saying? When you're a normal, well-rounded young person, you're not that concerned about your health. You're not that concerned about it. Not to the point where you're not going to go out and drink with your friends. In the old days, right? When you're going out with your friends, you could give, you don't care. Like you care about how you look, you care about how you're feeling, you care about, and who's to say that's wrong? I know you're thinking, what is this girl talking about? What's this lady talking about? She's all about health. Yeah, I am. That's why I'm talking about it. It's not healthy. It's not healthy to live through your portal, which I call, which is the phone. It's not healthy to live digitally. It is not healthy, and it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable in the way that you and I know life. Maybe it is sustainable if you want to grow your baby in a pod, because why would you have to deal with anybody? You can just order a pod. Get all your needs met digitally, sexually. You can act crazy online. You don't need alcohol, right? You don't need to loosen up to let loose. You can just be whoever you want online. So, this is packaged all nice and neat for you, but this is like America being botified. And yeah, I'm saying it. If you're living through the portal, you're a bot. Get outside, Say something out of pocket. Push somebody today. Take a risk. Live before we're not allowed to. This is Naturally Inspired Radio. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time? Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, cell health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturalinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturalinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturalinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. NaturallyInspiredRadio.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to Naturally Inspired Radio. So glad you're joining me today. Hey, listen, I'm not saying everybody should be out drinking and partying and smoking and, living in a crazy life, getting into drugs and a gateway. Oh, it's just a gateway to the next drug. Well, here's the thing. Yes, we have a large demographic of people that struggle with addiction. And that's it's not the majority of people. Though, right? The majority of people, we grew up and we learned how to walk a line, because there was freedom. We learned how to kind of push it as a teenager or whatever, but not too far, right? You don't want to go too far. Get in a little bit of trouble, maybe do little things that, aren't recommended by your parents, but, you knew your line. But you had to learn your line, and you had to learn how to take personal responsibility for your decisions. You knew where you knew where you were getting too far in. Most of us did. And what I'm concerned about here is that these kids are not learning their own boundaries because the boundaries are drawn for them. And that's creating, dependency at a level we have digital chaperones constantly with this phone in our pocket, and it's taking away the natural progression of learning your own boundaries and defining who you are. You don't know who you are if you don't take risks, and everybody's definition of risks is different. I'm not saying you have to go out there and do all the things. That's not what I'm saying. But, you do have to push your own boundaries, especially I found with boys, right? They want to know what they're made of. And you got to let them. Because if you don't, it's going to backfire in your face. When my son started doing mixed martial arts at 14, he was in the ring with grown men. And I had to just let it. Because he wanted it. He wanted to know how far he could push himself, And same with things here on the farm. As he learned how to do certain things on the farm and stuff and use machines and whatnot, you got to let him do it. He needs to be his man. You got to let him do that. And if you don't, like I said, they're not going to know who they are. Same thing with my daughter, but in a different way. She's had to push her boundaries too. Go out, get a job, meet new people. You got to do it. Get out there. I'm not doing these things for you. And I'm just really concerned that this is a vital sign that all of these things are in decline, is a vital sign that our kids are not learning their own boundaries. They're not progressing like we did. And it's been going on for quite a while, really. Quite a while. It's a little concerning to me. I know that sounds weird and counterintuitive, but, it is concerning. Next up, I want to talk about Jenny McCarthy. I'm just going to play you this clip because right away I just got so irritated by this. I don't even know who these people are that are interviewing her. But this should really tell you something of the country you are living in right now, the state of the world that you are living in right now. Listen to this.
This isn't for every child. This has happened for my child. So I went in telling my story. It just so happens that it matched a lot of other people's. There was something happened after a visit that their child lost language, eye contact, and regressed. And then comorbid conditions came up, whether there was seizures, leaky gut, you name it, eczema. I can go on and on and on. So with that going on Oprah, she said, we're going to have to go live on my show because there will be enough government agencies that will want to shut it down and censor what you're going to say. So we're going to go live that day. So I remember talk about praying. I was like, just let me be of service. but please help channel me because I literally was like this on Oprah. Like I had to sit on my hands at one point.
Oh, wow.
At one point I asked her to repeat the question because I couldn't remember the question because I was just so scared. Yeah. But as soon as the lights went on, as soon as they said, 3, 2, 1, that peace came over me and I was able to deliver my story.
Your purpose.
There was, of course, as people know, if you've followed me or know of me, so much backlash, so much. And I remember just watching
the backlash came with because you were like, was the issue, right?
Yeah.
And then, then it really came. So kind of tell that part.
Yeah, it was, the first few months was okay. It was like all these parents came out and said, see, I'm not crazy. There was a tsunami of parents' support going, thank you for finally saying something. It wasn't too long after that I had gotten a visit from someone that worked he has his own PR agency. And he said, I've been approached by a government agency to be hired to do a campaign against you, to discredit you. And I was...
First of all, the thing that really just got me here is they're bleeping out the word vaccine. They're bleeping out the word vaccine. What is going on here? You cannot say the word vaccine in this country and not be censored online for it, right? So these people are, it's just, the clip is way longer and they keep saying the word as a beep, beep, beep. We're putting up with this? We are putting up with this. Imagine this, okay? Imagine your child is a healthy child. You take it in to get its injections, right? The vaccines, and you lose your child. All of a sudden, the glow, the spark, the twinkle in the eye is gone. All of a sudden, there is a different child here, a little bit absent, and you watch it happen in front of your eyes. And you want to talk about it, and you want answers, and you want to help other people, because when you talk about it, other people come to you and go, oh my God, that happened to me too. And I think there's something going on here. And what can we do about it? So you try to express yourself about it, and you're punished. You can't even say the word. You can't even say the word. So your child's injured. You're alone because nobody will even acknowledge that this is the reason for it. But you saw it in front of your face. You saw it happen. Other people confirm, yes, it's happened to me. And they send their little Gestapo after you to try to ruin you. She was a single mother raising a vaccine-injured child by herself. And they sent the Gestapo after her. There'll be enough government agencies listening to this that they're going to want to shut it down. So we're going to go around it because we know we're going to get ratings from it, right? Because everybody wants to know what Jenny McCarthy's talking about with this, because there's enough injured kids here, 1 in 33, that we all want to know about it. So we're going to talk about it, but also we're going to ruin your life for talking about it while you try to provide for your injured child. Like, Jenny McCarthy deserves an award. I don't know how she held herself together through that. But my God, if it isn't paying off now, you know? Just like I said at the open of the show, like sometimes your biggest pain ends up being your biggest purpose. And when you think Jenny McCarthy now, you think she was right. She was absolutely right. And God bless her for sticking to her guns and doing whatever she has to do. And I just admire her so much because you know what? She's still doing that. You know, she's got a makeup line. She doesn't care. You know, she's on live selling her makeup, talking to people like you, connecting to people like you because she cares about you. She cares about you. These other people out there are too afraid to even say the word vaccine. Put your support where it matters. Stay tuned, everybody. This is Naturally Inspired Radio. I'll be right back.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time? Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, sow health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturalinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturalinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturalinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturalinspiredradio.com.
Did you have a chance the other day to meet Mark? I had Mark on the show, Mark from liveO2.com. Man, he was talking about some really interesting stuff. Have you ever heard of oxygen training? LiveO2 delivers oxygen-rich performance right at home, helping you boost your energy, helping you recover faster, helping you feel your best. As you can imagine, the impact of oxygen on your health, you need to go to the website. You need to go to the website, liveO2.com. liveO2.com. Mark was sharing sharing some incredible stories with us about brain health, about all kinds of things. And I am certain it's probably something you've never heard before. So you need to go check it out. It's like supercharging your body from the inside out. You can learn more at liveO2.com or just call Mark 970-658-2789. That's 970-658-2789. You never know. You know, we're talking about real solutions for health here. It's worth exploring. liveO2.com, 970-658-2789. Call Mark. I hate to get all worked up about this, but like, you know, it just drives me over the edge because you have these people that are like, oh, we have women's rights. Wait, what? You know, misogyny. You're squashing women. No, don't come at me with that absolute crap, because when a woman really does need your support, like when Jenny McCarthy was going through this, where was the support? Where was the support? Where is the support for the NFL cheerleaders that are losing their opportunities? Where is the support for the women athletes that are losing their opportunities? Where is the support? Hypocritical, ridiculous. Just stop. Stop it. So infuriating when I see stuff like that. Can you imagine? You know, imagine you are going through hell because you had a completely healthy baby and something's happened, and, you know, you identify what's happened, you connect with other people, you can confirm it's happened to other people, and, you know, you're doing all you can to help your baby. And then you have to deal with losing your career because of saying the word vaccine, talking about like just a level of disgusting that I just have a really hard time with. The flu shot is going mobile. Have you heard this? Yeah. The flu shot is going mobile and it's going self-serve. Check it out. I have this clip to share with you.
Children can get a nasal spray vaccination called Flu Mist delivered right to their homes. And ABC News chief medical correspondent Dr. Tara Narula is here with all the details. Okay, Tara, Doc, we are excited to have you here because there's a lot of questions here on the desk. There's going to be a lot of questions at home, but this seems like a real game changer.
Well, this is definitely interesting for a lot of people. This is AstraZeneca launching a first of its kind nasal flu vaccine delivered to your home. As you said, it is called Flu Mist. This is the same vaccine that's been around since 2003. But previously you had to go to a doctor's office or a pharmacy to get it. Now you'll be able to go online, fill out a questionnaire, and a pharmacist will determine if this is something you can have shipped to your home. It arrives, you can use it right away or put it in the fridge and store it till you're ready to use it. It is essentially a nasal spray, so one spray in each nostril. And the idea is that this may be more convenient for people, obviously offers flexibility, and for those people who may be needle phobic, 1 in 4 adults are, 2 out of 3 kids are. Obviously this offers a much more palatable solution as a nasal spray. Why is this important? We know that 267 kids died in the last flu season, millions of hospitalizations, and the vaccination rate tends to be low overall for flu in this country, less than 50%.
So you mentioned getting it.
I can't even, you know, these people are propagandists, right? They are promotional people. They're these morning shows, it's all promotion. It's just one big commercial. That's what it is. These people sitting at the desk, they know nothing about what they're promoting. They know nothing about it. So let's just get into it. Shall we talk about it? Because I'm sure they won't give you informed consent, right? They're sending this flu shot home now. It's going to sit around your house. It's available to whomever gets a hold of it. Yeah. Can you imagine? Like, oh, come over to my house, Timmy. Oh, look at this. Shoot this up your nose. And then your kid comes home and 10 days later they have thrombocytopenia and you got no clue how that happened. That's what we're facing here. Because let me tell you, so, you know, I just thought, well, I need a quick list. So, you know, I just looked it up. Package inserts from influenza vaccine. Let's just get into it, shall we? Because it's not the precautionary one sheet that your pharmacist gives you. because the precautionary one sheet that your pharmacist gives you, here's the listed side effects on that one. So injection site reaction, you don't say. Maybe pain. Oh, possibly a headache. Oh, this could have. You could have irritability. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's what you get in your little one sheet. Right? But this is the truth. Let me tell you what it says here. So I questioned it. I actually put this into ChatGPT because I wanted to see what it would tell me about side effects from flu shot. And all it told me without prompting was injection site tenderness, maybe some swelling, irritability, headache, that kind of thing. And I said, no, this is not true. This is incorrect. There are other side effects listed on the product insert, including, and I listed some, please give me all the side effects. And chat said, you're right. Here are the side effects exactly as listed in U.S. influenza vaccine package inserts. Blood and lymphatic thrombocytopenia, lymphadenopathy, anaphylaxis, hypersensitivity reactions, including angioedema, ocular hyperemia, nervous system side effects, Guillain-Barré syndrome, convulsions, febrile convulsions, myelitis, including encephalomyelitis and transverse myelitis, facial palsy, that'd be your Bell's palsy. Optic neuritis, neuropathy, brachial neuritis, syncope, which is passing out, dizziness, flushing, dyspnea, cough, wheezing, throat tightening, rash, Stevens-Johnson syndrome, fatigue, vomiting, and it goes on and on. This is your informed consent, people. And they'll tell you, oh, also, there's another one here, fluoroxine, post-marketing experience, asthma, bronchospasms, respiratory distress, facial swelling. This is your informed consent. And if they tell, they're extremely rare. Are they though? If they're so extremely rare, how do I know so many people that have had these adverse events happen to them? It would be statistically impossible for me to know as many people as I do that have had this be a problem for them. So while these little talking heads sit on their commercial in their Black Mirror episode every day promoting this garbage, they're not giving you informed consent. Okay? They are not giving you informed consent. And I will say it over and over again. Knowing everything that I know, I still don't want to take your flu shots away from you. I don't. Because regulating things out of the marketplace is not the way. You know what is the way? Educating things out of the marketplace, which I think we're about to do. When I looked at the comments from this piece that was being shared online, it's not going well for Big Pharma, let me tell you. Not going well. Let me just say, there wasn't a whole lot. I can't wait to get my flu mist in the mail. I didn't see any of that. I saw a lot of middle fingers. I saw a lot of expletives. Yeah. So I don't know where this is going. It feels like a last-ditch attempt to get in some bucks before, these things get regulated out. Hopefully. Because they're definitely getting educated out. Good for you. Good for everybody. You're listening to Naturally Inspired Radio. Our health topic is up next. 7 strategies to maintain your energy. Need more energy? Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Did you know that a single collagen supplement could support your heart health, help protect against EMF exposure, and reduce inflammation all at the same time? Our preferred foundational collagen not only supports radiant skin and joint mobility, but also promotes heart health, reduces inflammation, strengthens hair and nails, provides added protection against the effects of EMF exposure, and so much more. Our favorite collagen is super absorbable and easy to take. Just 1 tablespoon in the morning and another in the evening for maximum benefits. Here's what our listeners have to say.
This collagen is so easy to take, I've noticed a huge difference in my hair and nails after just a few weeks.
Since I started using Tammy's preferred collagen, my joints feel more flexible and my skin looks smoother.
Try it today at naturalinspiredраdio.com/collagen. When you purchase from Naturally Inspired, you get access to our group health coaching call and so much more. Go to naturalinspiredradio.com/collagen. Did you know that medicinal mushrooms are excellent for pets? Take our preferred pet health products for joint health, skin health, antioxidant protection, sow health, anti-aging benefits, gut health, liver support, cholesterol regulation, blood pressure support, brain health, anxiety relief, respiratory health, endurance and strength, anti-fatigue, and much more. Available in easy-to-take treats, great tasting gravy, and our pet food blends.
Since adding mushroom dog food to my dog's diet, I've noticed a huge improvement in his energy and coat health. He's like a puppy again, even at 10 years old.
After starting my care on mushroom super sauce, her immune health and digestion have noticeably improved. She's more playful, and her fur has never looked shinier.
Learn how to get free shipping and how to join our monthly mushroom call. Text Tammy with questions or to order at 720-303-8868. Visit naturalinspiredradio.com/mushroom. That's naturalinspiredradio.com/mushroom.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturalinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. naturalinspiredradio.com.
I didn't even know what insulin resistance was until Tammy explained it to me. She gave me a clear step-by-step plan to lower it naturally, and now my energy, weight, and mood are all in a much better place. That's the kind of thing, that's the kind of results that people get when they join Naturally Inspired Community. And all you have to do to join the community is become a customer. There's no further charges for coaching or community or whatever. No, that's not how we do it here. You need good products. And most of you buy vitamins, you buy supplements, you buy clean products like dishwashing soap and laundry soap and makeup and skincare. You're already buying that stuff anyway. I just want to give you a better solution for that. And then I want to support you along your optimum health journey, because I know when we create a movement, that is how we're going to shape culture in the country. And that is what will change. That's what will truly change our health in the country. It's not going to be the regulation. It's not going to be some politician. It's going to be education. When people are like, oh my gosh, I'm not taking that. I'm not eating that. I'm not doing that. I know I can make a dramatic impact on my health with my diet, with my supplementation, with my vitamins, with support in a community. Then we don't have to rely on a big hero coming in and regulating that or regulating this. to only have it change 4 years later, right? The best way we can change this is where we put our support. Where we put our support. So do it today. Become a customer. Get in the Naturally Inspired community. I give you so much. You'll just be like, oh my gosh, stop. It's you're supporting me too much because I love what I do. You're going to get a morning text from me. I call it my words of encouragement. It's the whoa. You'll get that. You get a free welcome gift. I send you packaged with a special little welcome gifts in it from me, from my home office. And you get 15% off of member pricing when you spend $50 for life. Not only that, there's a lifetime money back guarantee, meaning if at any time you still have the empty bottle, you didn't like what you got, return it and you get a refund. This is about the change for me. This is about the community for me, and I want you to be a part of it. So go to naturallyinspiredstore.com today and become part of it. If you have questions, you want to book a 30-minute assessment with me, you want to talk over some of this stuff, do it. Go to naturallyinspiredstore.com today. You can book an assessment there or text me 720-303-8868, and I'll be happy to plug you in. All right, for today's health topic is 7 strategies to maintain energy all day. Do you struggle with energy? A lot of people seem to. I've got some good stuff for you here with some surprising facts. So check this out. Number 1, I'm all about food first. So of course, I'm going to start with balanced nutrition. Skipping meals spikes your cortisol, which leaves you drained later in the day. So there's a caveat to this, though. I'm all about intermittent eating, right? I do think that we do better when we are eating in a window. And I think that when you're not eating in a window, meaning you graze all day long or you eat at this time, just eat whenever, grab a handful of nuts here and maybe some M&Ms from the dentist's office. And, when you're grazing like that, you're leaving chips on the table with your health, because just from eating in a restrictive window, you can get better results with your health because automatically your blood sugar improves, right? So I just think that you're leaving chips on the table if you're not eating in a window. So a 6 to 8 hour window, eat breakfast at 11 and stop eating by the time you go to bed, right? So around 7, 8 o'clock, make that your last meal. You want to make sure you're getting 2 hours before bed of not consuming anything. You need that time for your body to digest what's in it so that you can get an uninterrupted sleep, which is what you need. That's where your body's detoxing. Very, very important. So eat in a window. Here's an unknown fact, though. Eating at least 20 to 30 grams of protein. I say 30 to 50. Really, I'm a big protein pusher. I've seen what it does for people. So eating at least, I would say 30 to 50 grams of protein at breakfast can increase your dopamine production in the brain, which directly impacts motivation and your alertness all day. So many of you are starting, bless your hearts. So many of you are starting your day, with a bagel or some granola or, some toast or whatever. And it's just not helping you. It's not helping you. You got to go protein, sister. You got to go protein. Everybody, but especially women. You got to think protein, okay? But everybody should. 30 to 50 grams per in the morning. You're going to set yourself up for success just with how you feel in your mood. Number 2, support your mitochondrial health, right? So your energy depends on your mitochondria, and oxidative stress weakens that. So did you know this? Each cell can contain anywhere from 100 to 2,000 mitochondria, and muscle cells have the most. This is why poor mitochondrial health shows up first as fatigue and muscle weakness. So you want to get yourself on a really high power antioxidant like the cellular reset. That will help tremendously. Oh, and also if you're struggling with protein, I'm a food first practitioner, but I do keep, a protein shake on hand from time to time because you're better off doing that than eating a big bowl of carbohydrates and sugar. Okay. So some strategy here as well. Number 3 is stay hydrated. So dehydration slows every cellular process. So even a 1% in hydration, drop in hydration can reduce your energy levels and focus noticeably before you even feel thirsty, and you cannot hydrate with just plain water. You need to be, using some electrolytes or some salt. Get yourself some electrolyte support. You can get it at thenaturallyinspiredstore.com. My favorite one is the Revitalize. It doesn't have any calories. It's got shilajit in it. Lots of wonderful minerals as well. But find yours. Find an electrolyte. You have to hydrate, and you can't do it with just plain water. Number 4, balance your blood sugar. If your energy dips often from glucose spikes and crashes, you want to make sure that you're regulating it, right? Again, eating in the window is a huge part of that. Also, you can go on like a glucose regulation complex. Your brain uses about 20% of your body's glucose supply every day, even though it only makes up 2% of your body weight. That's why blood sugar swings hit your mental energy so hard. So it might not be menopause or perimenopause, because a lot of people think, oh, I'm just, perimenopause. That might be your body's communication to drop the carbohydrates, right? And get on high protein, because you just can't navigate it while your body's going through this other process of menopause or perimenopause. It needs clean, efficient energy to go through this transformation. And so perhaps it just can't metabolize the way it used to. And you need to give it the fuel so it can operate a whole lot better. Okay. Number 5, manage stress and cortisol. Chronic stress depletes nutrients and robs you of your energy. Oh my goodness. So important. B complex. If you're not on a B complex, you probably should be. Okay. Stress can increase magnesium loss by up to 50% through urine, and low magnesium is a hidden cause of muscle fatigue and poor sleep. Number 6, you got to move your body consistently. I know it's counterintuitive. It's like, I'm tired though, I'm tired, so I can't exercise. I exercise and I'm more tired. And so, it's a nasty cycle. But let me tell you, I want to give you some confidence here. When you clean up your diet, go high protein, eat in a window, get the carbohydrates out, get the sugar out, you're going to feel like a different human. And you're going to get your energy returned. Okay. You got to eat enough though. You can't be just like, I'm afraid to eat that or what. Let's get your energy up. Eat in a window, eat protein rich, 30 to 55 grams. Don't take my word for it. Do the research. The research is plentiful now. It's everywhere. It's all over the NIH website. Follow your favorite, people here that are high up in the administration, making changes to the food pyramid itself based on this research. It's there for you to find. Just 5 minutes of light movement can increase oxygen delivery to the brain by up to 15%, which is why movement snacks are so energizing. Number 7, sleep. You've got to prioritize it. Deep rest is the foundation of energy. If you're having trouble sleeping, text me, 720-303-8868. Let's talk. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow right here at 3.
Are you ready to stay informed and inspired 24/7? Tune in to Naturally Inspired Radio anytime, anywhere. Visit naturallyinspiredradio.com, or for the best mobile experience, download the Simple Radio app. Search for Naturally Inspired Radio, save it to your favorites, and click on the graphic to listen instantly. Catch live broadcasts, revisit past shows, dive into long-form podcast conversations, and discover rare, censored presentations by leading health experts. Plus, explore documentaries uncovering the hidden truths of occult and esoteric history. Stay connected, stay inspired. Naturally Inspired Radio is always at your fingertips. Tune in now. For health questions or comments, text Tammy directly at 720-303-8868. NaturallyInspiredRadio.com.
Nearly 40% of Americans struggle with a $400 emergency expense. An extra $300 a month can be the difference between stability and financial stress.
Are you feeling the pinch of rising expenses? Imagine what an extra $300, $500, or even $1,000 a month can do for you. Introducing a simple 3-step system designed to help you create a steady income without the overwhelm. Step 1, follow our easy-to-use plan. Step 2, take small, consistent actions. Step 3, stay motivated with weekly coaching designed to keep you on track and moving forward. Whether you're saving for a family vacation, paying down debt, or just looking for breathing room, this system is for you. You don't need special skills, just the desire to make change. Join a growing community of success stories today. Visit simpleincome.info or text 720-764-7448.